Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the High Ticket Coaching and Consultant Strategy and Growth Show. Now, if you're watching this interview anywhere else but within our private Facebook community called High Ticket Client Attraction Insider Circle, then definitely come check us out. We'd definitely love to have you. And that community was put together specifically for coaches, consultants, and service providers who are serious about getting up to that 6 and that 7-figure level. So if that's you, definitely come check us out. So today I want to introduce you to one of the members of our community, Marissa. Welcome, Marissa.
Hi, Extus. Thank you so much for inviting me to be here in your interview.
Awesome. You're welcome. You're welcome. So Marissa, tell myself and the community, what is it that you do?
Hi, everyone. I'm Marissa, and I'm from the Philippines. I'm a Pinterest strategist. I work with established service and product-based entrepreneurs by driving more traffic to their website through Pinterest marketing strategies. So you might be wondering, why Pinterest? Why not Instagram, Facebook, or LinkedIn? Well, on Pinterest, I felt that there is a sense of collaboration and community. It's a visual search engine. When you search something on Pinterest, Pinterest will show you curated pins from experiences from other bloggers, content creators, course creators. So it's not like on Google. When you search something, Google shows you articles from big companies. On Pinterest, it shows you articles from small business owners, and I resonate with that. I like to support other female entrepreneurs who are growing their business, and they're the ones who are pushing something that is not, it's not mainstream. They're always thinking out of the box on how they can help solve the problems of their target audience. So I love that, and I've been working with female entrepreneurs from different parts of the world since 2016.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Love it. Love it. So, and you said with Pinterest, I guess the question I have about Pinterest is, how does it work? Yeah, how does Pinterest work in terms of lead generation? Because you ultimately help individuals, who, whether they do have a product, service, or something, drive more traffic from Pinterest. Is that right?
Yes, so that is a very good question. For service-based entrepreneurs, if you want to use Pinterest to generate more leads, well, it has to start with your content, because creating content is the foundation for Pinterest marketing success. So you need to create content that would solve your target audience problem. So you need to connect the value of your business through your content to your audience. So let's say you're a business coach who wants to help mompreneurs with their online businesses. So your blog post can be 5 ways to beat procrastination and get more things done. So that could be one of your blog posts that can help your target audience. So aside from that, you need to offer a lead magnet. So you can offer a lead magnet that would be a free PDF guide to 20 best apps and time management of 2020. And you can create it as a checklist in PDF format, and choose an email marketing software where you can create an email sequence where you can put it and connect it to your website or integrate it, such as MailerLite, MailChimp. So when you create Pinterest pins, you have to add the call to action for your freebie that says free PDF guide, download now. So you have to put a screenshot of your freebie on your Pinterest pin, add an arrow and call to action. So you've got to make sure that you create consistent content and lead a magnet and share that on Pinterest consistently. And through that, you can get traffic from Pinterest to your website. And lead magnet is very important, because when you get traffic from Pinterest, you want to make sure that your readers or Pinterest users know what to do next to engage with you. You must have a clear path for your audience to take action. So if you want them to subscribe to your email list to get your lead magnet, you have to make sure that it is obvious on your website where to find it for your target audience.
Okay, awesome, awesome. Now, what about how much traffic? Because I have heard people talk about Pinterest and stuff, and typically the amount of traffic they talk about is hundreds of thousands and those different types of numbers.
Mm.
How much traffic can someone expect to get when their Pinterest stuff is optimized and all those things?
That is that is a very good question. It will depend in terms of a lot of factors because, for example, even though let's say two food bloggers, even though you have two food bloggers, they create different content. So if you create consistent content consistently at least once a week, then you must be getting it will show in your Google Analytics which ones of your articles are driving traffic to your website. So if you're in the business, let's say for 2 to 3 years, and you've been growing your food blog for 2 to 3 years, you will be getting traffic at least to your 100 articles per month or in a week, because it all depends on how much effort you share on Pinterest. So there's no specific number, but I can tell you that if you're in the business for more than 2 years, you must be getting, and if you have more than, let's say, 30 blog posts on your website and you share that consistently on Pinterest, then the traffic you'll be getting on your website through your Google Analytics, then it will show you at least traffic to your 100 links to your blog post. Did I
Mhm.
explain it well or not?
Kind of. So I guess the next question becomes with Pinterest, is it does it work for every niche? Like, are there specific types of, is that a specific type of individual using Pinterest? What's your experience with that?
That is also a very good question because a lot of people might say, hey, Pinterest is only good for lifestyle, home decors, gardening, fashion, but it's not like that. It doesn't matter what is your business as long as you create content. That's why the popular pins on Pinterest are how-tos or tips, because when you are on Pinterest, people are there for themselves. It's not like on Instagram. On Instagram, you share more of your personal side, your workspace, behind the scenes, pets, stuff like that. But on Pinterest, people are looking for inspiration and ideas on how they can solve their own problems. So if you create content consistently, then it doesn't really matter what's your business. If you are a product-based entrepreneur, I'm pretty sure that you don't rely on sharing your products only to Pinterest. You also create content. For example, if you have home decors, you might be creating content, for example, top 50 Mother Days gift ideas um, for 2020. So you can also create content even though you are a product-based entrepreneur, and you've got to share that on Pinterest. So it doesn't really matter what's your business as long as you're passionate about solving your target audience problems, then I'm pretty sure that you can be successful on Pinterest.
Hmm. Okay, cool, cool. So you're saying ultimately, when people go on Pinterest, it's more based on a kind of like they're coming to try to figure out how to do something. They're trying to solve a
Yes,
specific problem.
yes, exactly. They're looking for, they're always, they always want to discover new ideas, inspiration, solutions, tips and how-tos. That's why when you go to Pinterest, there are a lot of articles that will give you tips and how to, for example, how to use Squarespace for your product-based business, how to use screen options on your WordPress dashboard, and so on.
Hmm. And what about time to see traction? So let's say someone gets started on Pinterest. How long does it typically take to start seeing traction on there?
That is also a very good question. Well, I would say that it's also like Google. It doesn't happen overnight. You've got to think long term. So similar to Google, when you create a blog post, you won't appear on Google top search immediately or overnight. So you have to think long term. I always tell my clients that they need to be patient because it will depend on the quality of the article that they've created. Because it takes time for people to notice them on Pinterest, just like on Google. So I suggest some strategies so that their article or pin can be shown in their target audience home feed, more like this, their followers, and in the Pinterest search results. So there are strategies that I suggest to my clients, but it can take time, and it might be 3 months for you. It might be 6 months to the other person. It really depends on your strategies and how much you share on Pinterest. So for example, you share articles on Pinterest 5 pins per day, and I share 10 pins per day on Pinterest. Obviously, I'll be the one who will get more traffic, and I'll be the one who's going to appear on Pinterest search results. So it will depend on your effort as well, how aggressive you are in your marketing strategies on Pinterest.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. So ultimately, it's more based on, there's no type of predictable way. It's just based on how consistent. The biggest thing with, I guess, with any marketing challenge, right? It's just about like being consistent at it. It's not just saying,
Yes.
hey, just try this thing and create 5 pins or 5 posts and then magically
Yes.
arrive. It's more based on, hey, figure out a routine, figure out some type of strategy, and then once you do that, just stay the course, be consistent with it, right?
Yes. It
Mm-hmm.
is a long term, and some people are frustrated because they feel like, hey, Pinterest is not working for me. How come Pinterest is not driving traffic to my website? So they're blaming Pinterest, but it doesn't have to be that way. You have to embrace the changes of Pinterest because it's a company, it's a social media platform, even though it's a visual search engine. You've got to be open to changes and be updated every time because you have to implement some necessary changes to keep up with it. And it's dynamic, and sometimes you get a lot of traffic based on the season. For example, if you are a food blogger and you have a post about top 10 easy guacamole recipes, and then obviously you will get a lot of traffic to your website. So it's seasonal, and you have to make sure that you also put more of your content in those seasons so you can get the most out of your content.
Mm-hmm. And with your services, how does do you work? Are you offering like a done for you type of service where you do the work for a client to get Pinterest set up, or do you teach individuals how to do it? What's your process?
I do done for you services. I work with clients on a long-term basis. And if somebody needs coaching, then I can also do that. If they feel more comfortable implementing the strategies on their own, then we can have a one-on-one consultation via Zoom where I can guide them and provide them with actionable steps that they can implement on their business.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. So a question I have, like I like asking, is as far as let's say success, right? So the success you've created for yourself today, what do you say is one skill that you've kind of practiced that's gotten you to where you are today?
The one thing that helped me become who I am today is, embracing the changes, being resilient. I wouldn't, I started as a virtual assistant. I didn't know what to do back then in 2016. I had no support system. So I had to really look for people to connect with in different Facebook groups. And through that connections, I was able to learn how to navigate this world of virtual assistant. It took me a long time, but it's worth it because, we are in different stages of our journeys. And, I, I usually remind myself that stop comparing yourself to others because it will distract you with your goal. And, you really don't know what's going on with their lives, and you just have to focus on your stuff. Basically, mind your own business so you can stay in your lane. So being resilient is so important for me, and I wouldn't be here talking to you if I'm not open to opportunities and being able to adapt to new changes.
Hmm. Awesome. Now, what would you say is because I know as entrepreneurs, as we go through our journey, we're always getting these really big insights, whether it's daily, weekly, or just things like, man, I wish I had heard that, like, let's say 3 years ago or something, right? So, have over the past few weeks, maybe days, weeks, or whatever, have you got any of those big insights that you could share?
Big insights, what I have learned for the past few weeks. Um, well, the biggest insight that I want to share, or that I've learned, is you've got to support other female entrepreneurs as well. So I've been advocating for myself, but then I realized that you have to support other female entrepreneurs so that they can succeed as well. I realized that I've been there in their situation, and the best thing that I can do is guide them or help them through my community, or if I see something, a post in a Facebook group that someone is struggling to figure out something, I would do my best to answer that question, because that person out there is probably pulling her hair off trying to figure out something on her own, and she couldn't do it. So if I see that kind of post, I try to help, because I believe that if we support each other, we can be more successful, and this world will be a better place for everyone, especially in this online community. And it feels like this is getting smaller. If we are connected right now, maybe other people know me and you, so it's getting smaller. So we need to support each other.
Hmm. Awesome, powerful stuff, powerful stuff. Love it. So, if someone wanted to reach out and connect with you, what's the best way for them to do so?
You can connect with me on Facebook. I'm most active on Facebook, and I have also a Facebook group. It's called Female Entrepreneurs Growing Their Business on Pinterest, and it's I it's more than just me sharing Pinterest tips. I also collaborate and connect with the members in my group. I highlight them. I have this thread every Sunday. I call it Spotlight Sunday, where one of my members can do a live and share what's going on with her business. So some of the previous lives of my members were, someone did a mini workout session because she is a health and fitness coach. Someone she showed her closet because she is a organizational ninja, and she's a mom. And if you're a mom, you need to be organized and declutter your stuff from time to time. And what else? Some people share how to use different software to organize and be productive in your online business. So I do that. So I invite you, if you want to learn more about Pinterest and showcase your business, come and join my group.
Awesome, love it, Marissa. And guys, with Marissa's group, the link will be either right above this or below this video. So if you're watching this on the live or on the replay, you'll be able to click and get connected right to her. So Marissa, hey, thank you so much for making the time to be here and just sharing some of the stuff you shared here today. Do you have any final thoughts before we end?
Well, thank you for inviting me. I really enjoyed talking to you. You gave me some very challenging questions, but I hope is that I was able to answer all of your questions. And thank you to everyone who's watching right now. And feel free to connect with me if you have questions about Pinterest, and maybe you're wondering how to leverage your Pinterest account and drive traffic to your website. Maybe you've been using Pinterest for personal use only, and maybe this is the perfect time to utilize it, because it's a powerful traffic driver. And You've got to utilize it. A lot of people are on Pinterest nowadays, and they're looking for ideas on how to solve their problems at home, especially for moms. They want to make sure that their kids are engaged through indoor activities. So let's chat. Let's be friends on Facebook.
Awesome. Love it, Marissa. Well, hey, again, thank you so much for making the time to be here. Really appreciate it. And we will talk soon, okay?